Welcome back to Cooking with Flavor KL. Guys, today we have a bone-in pork shoulder. And look, we're gonna be cooking that in our Insta Pot. So you guys got your Insta Pots ready? Let's cook. But look, before we get into these videos, I want you guys to go to my YouTube page, hit the like, subscribe, and share button, man. Share these recipes with your family and friends. I'm trying to reach 1,000. What's up, guys? So look, we're back. I got a sharper knife. I done cut myself right off the bat. Done nicked myself with the knife, not paying attention. But like, you gotta get your nice sharp knife so you can score this fat piece on the back. Not the granddaddy of them all. That skin is pretty thick and pretty. It's gonna allow the seasoning to get down in there also. And we're gonna toast it. You don't want to go down to the meat though, you just want to get the skin sliced open. So that's what we're looking like. Right there. That's what we're looking like. See it? And so we're gonna go ahead and make a paste that we're gonna season this with, and we'll be back. All right, we're gonna put this in our bowl. But we're gonna make a paste to rub on this on our pork shoulder. It's about a 10-pound pork shoulder, and we're gonna add some little bit of Worcestershire, some of this W sauce, and then we mix that and make it into a. You zooming in on that paste, honey? You see that paste right there? That's what we're gonna rub it down with right there. We're gonna rub it down in that, and it's gonna be ready to go. So first we're gonna clean it. I'm gonna use some lemon and lime and some vinegar and clean off the pork. What I've done already is I scored the back of it. You can see I cut into the fat that's on the back of a nice little chicharron. Okay, I'll be back. All right, guys, so look, I've cleaned my pork shoulder with some lemon, lime, and vinegar, and I'm gonna add our paste to it. And basically what you do, man, you just get that paste and you just rub it all over. Now rub it all over, slap it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh no, I mean, yeah, just put that all over there. You wanna get all sides of it. And that paste gonna cook in there. Then we're gonna brown this in our Insta Pot. And then we're gonna cook this for about 2.5 hours. Generally, a pork shoulder this size will probably take about 5 or 6 hours cooking it in the oven traditionally, but we're gonna put it in that pressure cooker and see what we do. Okay, what we're doing right now is we're gonna saute that pork shoulder on each side. We're gonna start with the skin side down, and we're gonna saute it on. We're gonna brown it on each side for about 3 minutes. Okay, just flip over that pork shoulder. You can see that skin started to cook nicely. Okay, guys, 1.5 of chicken stock in there. And now we're gonna go ahead and put our pressure cooker top on and let this cook 2.5 hours. Okay, guys, so look, we put our lid on. Okay, guys, it's been about 2 hours and 45 minutes. Okay, We're out. You can see that old bone came out, so you know that's gonna be tender and ready. There you go. I tried to pick it up with the fork, but it just fell apart. Pork chop out of the oven. Well, out of our Insta Pot. And don't throw away that. That's some good gravy right there. We're gonna pour that over our pork shoulder. That's some good gravy right there. Water and cornstarch in it and thicken it up, or you can just spoon it over like that. But yeah, there you go.
All things work together for your good. But here's the part that you have to keep in mind. In order for things to work together, they have to be put together. So don't be thrown off when you find good and bad in one season, because it still can work together.
In the society that we were brought up in, it's very hard on little black boys. You have to navigate feelings and emotions so the world don't get you.
Sometimes when I'm feeling or why I'm crying.
I just grew up never feeling like it was okay to cry.
Yeah.
And so he really forced me to have to reconnect with the kid that didn't get to cry.
That's beautiful.
We don't cry. We gon' take our piece of the pie.
If your support system wasn't what you wanted, what do you suggest if a person's going through what you've gone through? What type of support system do you feel they would need to have?
They would need to open up to mental health. That's the first thing. As traumatic as it was, I know in the African American community or the brown people, we don't believe in mental health. And that was one of the strongest things that I went to.
When you have dealt with disappointments, isolate yourself. You want to get to counseling. You want to get to people who've gone through the same things that you've gone through.
I'm gonna be washing the rice. Basically, what you're washing the rice, you just want to get all of that starch and all that stuff off of the rice, all the impurities off the rice, any type of, and then you pour all that rice water off. You see? Pour that off. Got to make sure everybody has some rice to go along with that stew, chicken, and we're gonna make some cabbage. We all in this Caribbean, posting them. Okay, this will be the last one. So guys, if you find these videos beneficial, if you found some keys out, you found some little nuggets that you didn't know, subscribe to the channel, like, share, hit the notification button. So whenever I'm doing these videos, when I'm teaching these beginning cooks and men and women how to just make basic meals, you'll get a notification. And it helps me out also. So if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel. We always gonna be educating on this channel, always. Always, always, always. So the final time, you can see the water's pretty much good now. And what we'll do now is go with our 12 cups of rice. 12 cups of water. I'll use my measuring cup just for the video, but I usually can eyeball it. The Pyrex measuring dish right here. So we're gonna put 12 cups of water, and we'll and then once we got our water in, we'll add maybe a tablespoon of salt, some butter and olive oil, and we'll let that boil up till the water's evaporated out. And Rice will be nice and fluffy. Okay, now I have my butter. I put 3 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of olive oil into the rice. So now I got my heat on high, my rice on high. We're gonna leave it on high. We'll stir it periodically so it makes sure we don't stick to the bottom of the pot. And then once this water boils out and we don't hear any more bubbles sizzling in the water, we're going to turn our fire down to a low heat and steam that rice for about 20 minutes. But right now we're in that beginning stage, so the fire's on high. We'll get that water vigorously boiling and it'll start to evaporate that water out and the rice will be getting cooked. See, right now we're about 20 minutes in and the water has started to evaporate, but you can still see the bubbles vigorously coming up. So when we don't hear that bubble sound anymore, we're going to cut this on low, medium heat, or low heat, and let the rice steam. And that's where we get all fluffy. But we're still on a high heat right now. We'll turn it down to the low heat once the bubbles stop. Bubbles are disappearing now. If you listen, almost done. And then once we don't hear that bubble sound anymore, we're gonna add our lid to the pot and let it steam. But all of that water is cooked into the rice and evaporated out the pot, and now it's ready to steam. All right, bubbles are gone, and now we're about to add the lid to that pot and let this steam for about 20 minutes. Yes, now some nice white fluffy rice. All right, so my rice is done now. It's been steaming for about 25 minutes. Time to open up that pot. Watch out for that steam. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna steam that up for about 10 more minutes, get the rest of that.
Why do bad things happen to good people? I couldn't reconcile how the scriptures could begin with such a tragic story, because even when we try to preach that Job got double for his trouble, it still doesn't make up for the fact that Job lost a lot. So even in my losses, even in the tension of me losing and in the tension of all the darkness, can I still trust God to live after these moments?
You're home before sunrise, on top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
If your support system wasn't what you wanted, what do you suggest if a person's going through what you've gone through? What type of support system do you feel they would need to have?
They would need to open up to mental health. That's the first thing. As traumatic as it was, I know in the African American community of the brown people, we don't believe in mental health. It was one of the strongest things that I went through.
When you have dealt with disappointments on our level, how the devil really wants you to isolate yourself. You want to get to counseling. You want to get to people who've gone through the same things that you've gone through.
Y'all know what time it is. All right, guys, so we're back Now we had our greens soaking for a while, 30 minutes. Now, we'll just do a little cleaning on them, okay? So when that meat is done in that pressure cooker, these greens will be all prepped up and ready to go in. Y'all see I got my glove on. I wasn't paying attention and cut my finger a little bit. So, got my glove on. That don't stop the show. It's not even that much. It looked like a lot uncooked, but once it's cooked, it's gonna wet down. It's not gonna be that much. You see, these things said that they were pre-washed already, but look how green that water is. I never trust what these manufacturers say. I always wash my stuff. All that. We want that water to be pretty clear, pretty clean when you scrub them, so. These guys said these greens was washed 3 times. I doubt it. I doubt it. All right, guys, so now that water is clean. I washed these greens 3 times. That's 6 times because the manufacturer said they did it 3 times. So yeah, I did this 3 times and now that water's clean. That's how you should look. Now I'll be comfortable eating these greens. Hey, we're getting ready to make these collard greens, man. Look, these are our ingredients. We got a little bit of apple cider that we put inside the collard greens to cut down that acidity. We're gonna cook it in some chicken broth, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, Creole seasoning. We're gonna saute this bacon, onions, and garlic. All right, guys, so we got our bacon in there. We're gonna let that saute for about 2 or 3 minutes. Then we'll add our onions and then we'll add our garlic. So as you see, I don't have Insta Pot, but I got a caloric. Got it on saute. And then we're gonna let those things saute down. It's gonna give good flavor to our collard greens. Okay, we just added the onions in. Added the garlic in there. We're gonna let that saute for about a minute. Make sure don't burn the garlic. Okay guys, so now I've put 4 cups of chicken stock into our pressure cooker. I'm gonna pressure cook our turkey necks and turkey butt separately. Gonna make a nice broth with that for those greens to cook in. So I'm gonna cook those for about 30 minutes in the pressure cooker. Butts in the Insta Pot, and we're about to pressure cook those for 30 minutes on high. But to pressure cook those on high, lock it in. Okay guys, look, so you saw the process for putting the turkey butts and necks in our pressure cooker so that we can get those smoked meats nice and tender, and then we'll add the greens in there. Look, it's a little steps. Make sure you hit that sealing valve so your pressure cooker can get the pressure inside. Now listen, even though I said 30 minutes, I put it on 33 minutes, it's gonna take about 15 minutes for that pressure to build up in the pot. And then once that builds up, it's gonna kick on and it's gonna cook those meats and greens or whatever else you put in it. Okay guys, it's been 15 minutes. As you can see now, the pressure inside of the cooker is built up and now the cooking process is started. So we have 39 minutes. Use this time to start prepping for any other stuff that you might be doing. And guys, look, when we come back and those meats are done, I'm gonna show you how to properly release that valve right there. So you don't burn yourself from that steam and all of that. So Okay, guys, we got about 2 minutes on that, on them turkey butts and necks. I think I'm gonna stop it early. Right now we have a teaspoon of every Creole seasoning, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and some chicken bouillon. And I just got I got a dab of red pepper flakes. I don't want that heat. I don't want no smoke. And then we got our onion, garlic, and bacon mix that we're gonna put back in there. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. I think they've been in there long enough. Okay, we're gonna cut it off. So now what you wanna do, you see I have my towel. I'm gonna put that over the vent, and then I'm gonna open it up. And what it's gonna do is reduce the steam that comes from the vent. So you just put it on there. And you see right there? You're gonna have that blowing up in your face. So now that's gonna release for about 35, 40 seconds. And then our top will pop up and let us know we're good to open. All right, guys, those turkey butts, turkey necks are done. They're feeling good. They're feeling nice and tender. Okay, there we go. We got that done. Got a nice broth in there. That's on point. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put our greens into the pressure cooker. That's about 2 cups of broth. About halfway in, push it down. Now go ahead and put our bacon and garlic and onion mixture. I'll go ahead and add our seasoning. I'll go ahead and put this back in the cooker. Now again, guys, we're gonna have to rebuild the pressure to cook these, but we'll be done with these in about 50 minutes. We're gonna lock and load. We're locked in. Close our vent. Okay, guys, I just took the lid off of the collard greens. Smells amazing. Now I just got add if you need to. Hey, look, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Cooking with Flavor KL. Man, look, we have some delicious recipes on store for you. So go over to the YouTube channel, Cooking with Flavor KL. Check us out. All these free videos, man, they're right there at your fingertips.
Thank you.